Hey y'all, your holistic coach here coming at you. I help you be whole. So I'm putting on my lotion, getting ready to go inside for the job that pays me. Okay, so I passed by this little girl on the street twice in a row now, and she's waiting for the bus. She's waiting for the bus. She's in some sort of school uniform, and she's on a corner waiting for the bus. Now she's a little girl. She's like 7, 8, maybe 10 at the max, because you know black don't crack sometimes. But she's a little girl, and she's on the corner for day 2 that I've seen her in a school uniform by herself. Okay? Stop sending your children to these bus stops by themselves. I'm sorry, I'm a village, and I think that way. Why are you have this little girl on a bus at a bus stop for who knows how long? Because we know how these city buses are and these school buses are. They're almost rarely on time. Where is the parents? If you're in the house looking out the window and trying to watch for her, but you're not really inconveniencing yourself and you're not really out there with her physically, and you think just being in the house looking out the window is enough, you're wrong. If you're not home and she's out there by herself, got herself dressed or whatever, or you left before her or whatever, and she's out there by herself and you are away somewhere, you're wrong. If people in the house sleeping and just lazy and bums, you're wrong, because little kids cannot navigate. They do know right from wrong. And it's the rare kid that can fight off an attacker. Little kids do not have adult sensibilities. When bad people come around little kids, they don't move out the way. They stay right there and be a little kid because they're little kids. If there's a drive-by, your kid done. If there's all of a sudden one of them white vans that come around, your kid is gone. If, a crowd of people walking down the street, they decide to be rowdy and do something crazy to her, your kid is hurt, touched, abused, neglected, whatever the case may be. And where are you? Now, if you was in the house, looking out the peephole or the blinds or whatever have you, watching your child, by the time you realize what's happening to your child, if it's something bad, of course, by the time you realize what's happening to your child, first of all, it takes a realization to hit your brain and says, oh no, something's going on with my kid. You have to get up off the couch or wherever you are, go to the door, unlock the door, and most bus stops are at the end of the driveway, down the block, the far corner of the street, whatever have you. So you got to get up, realize that something is happening, and it needs your attention. Get up, go to the door, unlock the door, come out the door. You have to go down the driveway to the far corner of the street. By then, she gone. She's in Mexico by then. They in Mexico by then. Stop. I mean, there are other ways. Before care, after care. There's that. They have schools where you can have the daycare in the school. In before care, after care, but it's in the school. Older brother, sister, sibling, whatever have you. Change your job. I'm a single mom. Change your job. Whatever have you. But my kid is not going to be sitting at no 12 and under at no bus stop by themselves. And I'm nowhere around. And being in the house, sleeping, is not enough. Being in, watching out the window, the little peeking out the window, is not enough. And that drives me bananas, because as soon as something happened to your kid, oh my God, I didn't know what happened. Who would have thought? There was this whole news thing when the whole kidnapping the white kidnapping van was popular, and everybody was looking out for these white vans that say, oh, the kidnappers are in there, the door locks from the outside and all that stuff. Okay, cool. So there was this little kid who ended up getting kidnapped, and he was 2 blocks from his school. He used to walk to school every day. He was 2 blocks from his school as far as where he lived. Every day, somebody was watching him. They watched who dropped him off, who walked with him or didn't walk with him, everything. He ended up getting kidnapped 2 blocks from school. So he lived here, he went to school here, 2 blocks, and he got kidnapped. Just that fast. That's what happens. And I'm not saying it couldn't happen regardless. I'm not saying any of that stuff. There's always an exception to every rule. But come on, people. Stop having your kids out here by themselves, because also kids get bored. They start wandering around. They start going to the store and going to sit on this corner versus that corner. They miss the bus. All these different things happen. And you know how it is when it's bad weather. What if the bus is late? What is the kid going to do, especially if you're going somewhere? You at work or whatever. What is the kid going to do? The bus is late. The bus is not coming. They can't get to school or whatever. How long are they going to sit out there? No. Stop doing it to these kids. You make these kids grow up too fast. I'm sorry, it's a pet peeve of mine. You make these kids grow up too fast. And you wonder why they're all over the place when they in their teen years. They are wearing makeup and hair and, all these different so-called fast activities. Well, look what you're doing from the jump. They're too young to be at no bus stop by themselves. I'm sorry. That's like you asking for trouble. And can anything happen regardless? Absolutely. Can something happen on the bus even if you take them? Of course. All these different things. But I'm not going to encourage Satan to be Satan. All right? Your holistic coach coming at you. See you for the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Instagram, MonicanealHC. Look for me.